Hi
guys.
fans, welcome back again to another episode of my reaction. Today we're going to be checking out an amazing video and let's get right into today's reaction.
You can make the 4 kilometer
Wow.
hike to the top to get some phenomenal views of the area. Ryan, and I recently returned from exploring the magical country of Ireland, and I want to share with you my favorite places. So here is my Ireland top 10. Ireland is easily one of the most enchanting places
so much
on
green.
earth. From the cliffs of Moher to the
That's too much
daunting
green.
Skellig Michael Island, Ireland is a mystical land just waiting to be explored. Let's start this video off at Giant's Causeway. Located in Northern Ireland, about a 3 hour drive from Dublin, Giant's Causeway is one of the most recognizable places in all of Ireland. It's famous for its jagged cliffs and over 40,000 basalt
Wow.
columns. They are these perfect hexagons that cover the coast.
They're not crafted. These are God's creation.
The
Yeah.
causeway was built by an Irish giant, so he could cross the northern center way down to the causeway. I was just amazed by the bizarre rock formations. I had such a fun time walking on them. It's wild to think they were made by nature. Now while you're there, you can also hike around to other spots on the coast, such as the amphitheater. I really like this one rock formation called the Chimney Stacks on the cliffs. Now while we're still in Northern Ireland, we're going to head over to Carrick a Reid. It's this scenic bridge that crosses the sea over to this little island. I was just amazed by the watercolor there. I mean, it's just so blue, contrasted perfectly with the green
It
cliffs.
is how
Now,
green
just
the whole
20
place
minutes
is.
from there, you can visit the dark hedges. It's this avenue lined with over 90 beech trees. They were planted almost 250 years ago. Now, according to legend, there's a ghost called the Grey Lady who wanders the road. Definitely has a spooky vibe, especially at night. Now, after, we're going to Northern Ireland to visit the Slieve League Cliffs. Now, located in the county of Donegal, about a 4 hour drive from Dublin, the Slieve League Cliffs are some of the highest cliffs in all of Europe with a height of 601 meters. I mean, they're just absolutely massive. Now, when you're there, there's plenty of lookout points, and there's a path that walks along the cliffs that offers astounding views the whole way. I went there for sunset, but if you want to get the best lighting, I'd recommend going for sunrise. The light will hit those cliffs really nicely. Another really beautiful nearby place is the village of Mallinbeg. Now it's just a 30 minutes drive from Slieve League, and it's home to one of the best beaches in all Ireland called the Silver Strand. It's this horseshoe-shaped beach surrounded by green cliffs. Now if the ocean wasn't so cold, you would think you were on a tropical island. Now there's a stairway that walks you down to the beach. I had such a great time walking along the sand and exploring the grassy cliffs. Also in Mallinbeg, there's this really cool Napoleonic signal tower that was built over 200 years ago, and you can also get another vantage point of the Slieve League Cliffs from there. Now while we're still in Donegal, you can visit Mount Errigal. Now it's the tallest peak in Donegal with a height of 751 meters. Now if you're up for a challenge, you can make the 4 kilometer hike to the top to get some phenomenal views of the area. Now afterwards we're going to visit Eagles Rock. Now located about 40 minutes from Donegal, Eagles Rock is Ireland's highest freestanding tower with a height of 330 meters. You can hike about 6 kilometers to reach the top of the plateau. I mean, it's really a beautiful area over there. Now, afterwards, we're going to head back to the coast to visit Downpatrick Head. Now, located on the wild Atlantic Way in North Mayo, it's a distinctly shaped headland home to the impressive Dún Bristí sea stack. Now, during World War II, a lookout post was built here with the markings of Air 64, which was used by American aircraft so they knew they had reached neutral Ireland. I mean, I never knew what the purpose of those markings meant. I guess air is the Irish word for Ireland. Anyways, just pretty cool history. Afterwards, we're going to visit the most famous place in all of Ireland, the Cliffs of Moher. Now located on Ireland's west coast, about a 3 hour drive from Dublin, the cliffs stretch over 14 kilometers, the highest reaching 214 meters above the sea. Now when you go to the cliffs, you can park at the visitor center. When we were there, we parked at this place called Garen's Path. It's about €5 a person and a short walk to the cliffs, and not nearly as many people were there. Anyways, when we reached them, I was just amazed by the size of the cliffs. I mean, they were way bigger than I imagined, and they just drop off straight into the ocean. If you want to walk to the end of the cliffs, you can make the trek to Hag's Head. Also, another cool spot is O'Brien's Tower, which was built in 1835. If you can, I definitely recommend waiting for sunset as the light hits the cliffs, giving it a strikingly orange glow.
But I like
It's
water,
easy to see why it's one of the
Terrifying
most
of
popular places in all Ireland. Now, another really cool spot right next to the cliffs is Dunagore Castle, just like 10 minutes away, and it's a 16th century tower house. I just love its unique
Honestly.
shape. Now, afterwards, we're going to visit
Proposal.
the Aran Islands.
Yeah,
Now, they're
lay down your
located right
head.
off of Galway, and the Aran Islands are made up of 3 islands, with Inishmore being the largest. Now, to get to the islands, the best option is a ferry
know,
from
it feels
Rossaville.
like-
You can also leave from Doolin, which is close to the Cliffs of Moher. Now, the island is covered in these recognizable stone walls made from limestone. I mean, they're just literally everywhere. Now, while you're on the island, you can rent a bike or just walk around and explore the intriguing landscapes and historical sites of the Aran Islands. Now, another really cool place on the mainland of Ireland is Derryclare Loch.
This
It's
looks
located
like
about
the
an hour's
island
drive
that
from
was
Galway,
attacked in
and it's this
Avatar,
lake,
the-
and it has this
the-
island with these
that was,
distinct trees.
that
It
tree
kind of reminds me of the
gold.
island in Harry Potter where like Dumbledore's wand was hidden. Anyways, it's just this really scenic site out in the countryside, and it's worth a visit, especially if you're into photography. Now afterwards, we're going to the County Kerry to visit the Gap of Dunlow. Now located in the southwestern tip of Ireland, about a 4-hour drive from Dublin, the Gap of Dunlow is this incredibly scenic mountain pass. Now you can drive it if you're comfortable with skinny, windy roads. Now we parked at the beginning of the pass near Kate Kearney's cottage and then walked up. Now one of my favorite features of the Gap of Dunlow is its bridges. You can reach the Wishing Bridge with just a short walk from the parking lot. Another thing I really loved about the pass was just the size of the mountains. I mean, they were just absolutely massive, and they were just covered in this dark green color. Now afterwards, we're going to visit the Kerry Cliffs. Now located about an hour's drive from Killarney, the Kerry Cliffs are some of the most beautiful in all Ireland. They are over 300 meters high, and many people told me they liked them a lot more
Some of
than the
these cliffs
Cliffs of
don't
Moher.
feel real
The
to
cliffs
me.
have such a unique
Let's
color
be
and
frank.
finger-like sections that extend
I've
into
never
the
actually
sea.
seen so
I mean, there's
much
plenty of
green in
viewpoints,
a
and it's just
country. Like,
overall
this
a
country, we
great
don't
place
have
to
the-
visit.
any
Now
place
for our
that can say,
final
"Oh, it's all
destination,
green."
we're going to visit the Skellig Islands.
Yeah.
Now this was the main reason I wanted to go to
Even
Ireland.
it's
There are
all
these
mud,
2
not
islands
green.
located off of Kerry and are truly out of this world. The only way to get to the islands is by boat. We went with the company Skellig Michael Voyage. I'll link them in the description below. We left from the town of Portmagee. Now the ride out to the islands was no joke. The sea was rough, but it definitely added to the adventure. After about an hour of boating, we made it to the island. We got off the boat, and I was just so freaking stoked. We just started walking up the island's path until we reached the stairs that lead up to the top of the monasteries. Now the stairs were just beyond cool. There were hundreds, if not thousands, of puffins burrowed right next to the stairs and on the island slopes. I mean, they were just so freaking cute. We reached the midway point at Christ Saddle
I've
and then
seen that
kept
before,
hiking to the
puffins.
top. After climbing
Yeah,
the
like
island's
on-
618
I
stairs,
mean real
we
life.
finally made it to the monastery. Now the history of the island is just absolutely fascinating. The monastic settlement dates back to the 6th century, where the monks of St. Fiona lived simple lives on this isolated island. They built these beehive huts completely
Fiona.
out of stone. They were precisely designed to make sure no water could get into them. Now it's believed there were about 12 monks that lived here at a time. In the 13th century, the monks
Wow,
left the
monks.
island for mainland Ireland, and since then Skellig has
Is this also
become a
nature
place for
or-
pilgrimage.
No, I think this
I mean,
is-
I
this is
can't
made by
imagine
humans.
what it must have been like to live on an island back then. You would have to take a rowboat out there on the turbulent sea and climb up the jagged rocks to reach the top. Those monks were sure ambitious. You know, after exploring the monastery, we hiked back down. I just couldn't believe how windy it was up there. We got back on the boat and went over to the northern side of the island, and then on our way back, we stopped
Yeah,
at Little
fishing.
Skellig. This island is
Well, I think
uninhabited, but it's home to
kind
one
of
of the
like
largest
peaceful. They
colony
don't
of
have
northern
animals, something
gannets
like that.
in the world. I
So I
mean, I
think
couldn't
more
believe
people
how many
do
birds there were, and you sure
we
could
tried to
smell
keep
them.
it going.
All in all,
Yeah.
the Skellig Islands were one of the coolest places I've ever been, and I couldn't recommend them enough. If you do visit, you can either do a landing tour or just boat around the island. Obviously, I recommend you do a landing tour. Well, that is it for my Ireland top 10. It's one of my new favorite countries, and I just love it so much.
So
I'll be back
amazing.
for part 2. Let me know where your favorite place in Ireland is in the comments below. I also have
Definitely
a
the
relaxation
monk
channel
area.
where I make hour-long
I
films
love the
to bring some
isolation.
peace and nature in your life. I did a video on Ireland with Celtic music that I know you'll enjoy. You can
The
find me
beach
on
as well, the beach
Instagram
as
and
well.
TikTok at
Dip my
Shirley.films.
toes into
It's
the
Ryan, and
sand.
we will see you later.
This was a beautiful scene, and I'm not gonna lie. There are so many places I will tell you for a fact that I'm gonna go for. Definitely the monk area. I love the isolation.
Yeah.
I'm an isolated kind of person. Understand? So,
Don't please.
but the problem is I need meat.
Oh my god.
Bro, you're not living, you're visiting. For me, I can't go to that monk area. Just right there, 1 hour on water.
Yeah.
And water is not still, like it's troubled. So that's scary. Plus the height, the staircase
Right,
you take
right.
to get there. There's no like handle.
Something to hold you.
You just
like,
stay. What if you sleep?
You're done.
You're done.
Bye.
Well,
Oh,
So
it's
I
so
can't even
negative.
reach that right now.
to actually correct him, if I go to that place, I'm not leaving.
Please, you have to.
But
leave.
please, Ireland government, I'm just joking. I will leave, but maybe after I'm done.
You will wait for him to be done. This was really nice. I really love every part of it.
Yeah.
It feels like a dream. Like,
Yeah, like fairy tale.
They have a lot of
Fairy
waters
tale.
there, like.
Mm.
especially the Rapunzel castle. I'll call it the Rapunzel castle.
Like, too bad they don't have heads and let down.
I'm telling you, you're gonna be stranded.
It was really nice.
Thank you guys. Although I don't really have any favorite place because all things they display are all beautiful. Please do well to tell us your favorite place, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you next time in my next update. Bye.